Hi everyone, I'm Ritika and today we are going to move through a very gentle practice. Grab 2 blocks if you have them and practice close to a wall. Let's begin. Let's come on to hands and knees and take the knees wider than hips. Then send the hips towards the heels. Lengthen through your arms and come into child's pose. Keeping the elbows away from the floor. Stretching through your arms, through your armpits and shoulders here. With every inhale, expanding through the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And with every exhale, just releasing to the floor. I invite you to keep coming back to your breath as you move through the practice today. And then come on to hands and knees. Hands right under the shoulders. Fingers spread nice and wide here. Knees right under the hips. Coming into a nice, strong foundation. Pushing the chest away from the floor, looking a couple of inches in front of the fingers. Pressing into the tops of your feet as you inhale, open the chest, arching the back. Exhale, lift the belly up, let the head go. Inhale, open the chest, moving the shoulders back, looking forward. Exhale, lifting up through the belly, rounding through the spine. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale to round. And then for the next few, using your breath as a guide, taking a whole inhale to open and using the whole exhale to round. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And the next inhale, come into a long spine, finding length from the crown of the head all the way to the tailbone. And we're now going to take some circles with our knee. Hug the right knee into the chest. Take the right knee out to the right tricep and then send it back and bringing it up. Bringing it in, right knee to the right arm, sending it back, hugging it in, right knee to the right arm, sending it back, hugging it in. One more time. And try to keep your weight equally distributed on all the 3 limbs that are on the floor. And then changing directions, taking the right leg out towards the right tricep, hugging it in, out towards the tricep, hugging it in, keeping the belly strong here, towards the right arm, hugging it in. One more time. So we are finding lubrication in our hip joint and then coming back to our foundation. One breath here. Feel free to take a child's pose anytime you need it. Then hugging the left knee into the chest, taking the left knee towards the left arm, sending it back, hugging it in. Left knee towards the arm, back, in, towards the arm, back, in, and then changing directions. Again, pressing equally into both hands. Left leg goes back towards the left tricep, in, back, towards the left tricep, in, back, towards the left arm, in, and then release. Great. Find one more breath here. And then taking your hands one palm print forward, tucking the toes, lifting the hips for downward facing dog. Press into both hands, send the hips up and over. Send the torso towards the thighs here and make the spine really long. Keep the legs bent, finding length here, and then slowly extending. The heels don't have to touch. Staying here for one more breath, finding external rotation through the arms. And then walk your feet to the front and fold. Shake the head yes, no. Hold on to opposite elbows and just release. Bend your knees, release your hands, and then slowly roll all the way up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Letting the head be the last to come up. Then roll your shoulders back and down. Arms by your side. Soft gaze, Tadasana. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins. Press into the shins and find a long spine here. Exhale, bend your knees. Bring your hands down. Take your knees back. Come onto hands and knees. And then move to plank, straightening through the right and through the left leg. Pressing your chest away from the floor. Gazing a couple of inches in front of the fingers. Keeping the legs strong. Shoulders in line with the hips. Staying here for one more breath. As you exhale, release the knees down and then come all the way down. Come on to the tops of your feet. Walk the fingers forward. Come on to the fingertips. As you inhale, lift the head, neck, and chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift the head, neck, and chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the fingertips, lift the head, neck, and chest. Exhale to fold. Bring your hands in, right under the shoulders. Press into the hands. Come on to the knees, and then downward facing dog. Let the head go. Keep sending the torso towards the thighs. Feet are as wide as the hips and the gaze is between the feet or the knees. Walk your feet towards the hands. Take your hands to the shins as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, come all the way up, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Press into the hands. Find a long spine from the crown to the tailbone. Exhale, bring the hands down and move to plank, either going to tabletop first or you can move straight to plank. Hands right under the shoulders, toes tucked. Pressing your weight away from the floor, looking in front. Then everybody bring your knees down and stay here. So the pelvis is tucked in a little bit and the core is engaged. On the next exhale, come all the way down. Come on to the tops of the feet. Keep your hands right under the shoulders this time. Roll those shoulder heads back. On the inhale, lift head, neck, and chest. Exhale to fold. Roll the shoulder heads back. Inhale, lift head, neck, and chest. Exhale to fold. Press into the hands. Come onto the knees. Child's pose. 2 breaths here. You can release your elbows down to the floor and you can take your arms by the sides of your hips. Do what feels good here. On the next inhale, bring your arms forward. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Bend into your knees and find a long extension through the spine. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Open your feet out as wide as the mat and then sit down in Malasana. So taking your hands to your heart, staying on your toes, holding on to the outside edges of the mat, doing what feels good here. Staying here for 2 more breaths. As you exhale, bring your hands down, lift the hips up. Take your hands to your lower back, interlace the fingers here, and then lift the arms up and over, coming into a shoulder opening. You can keep your knees bent, shake your head yes and no, or side to side. Come back to the present moment. Come back to your breath. And then release your hands, roll all the way up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll the shoulders back and down. Great. Come to the front of your mat. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, fold, and if you have those blocks, bring them on either side of your feet. Press your hands into the floor or onto the blocks. Lift through the left leg and send it all the way back. Then bring the left knee down. Make sure that the right knee is over the right ankle and lift the arms up into low lunge. Find engagement through the core. Keep the legs really strong. Take a breath here. Find your sthira and find your sukha. As you exhale, bring both hands down. Keep pressing that left hand into the block or onto the floor. Lift up through that right arm, coming into a twist. Make sure that the right knee stays over the right ankle as you twist. Exhale, bring that right hand down. This time, bring that right hand on the inside of that right leg. So you'll have to move that right leg out to the right a little bit. And now here you have the option of either staying here or sinking into the hip and opening the chest. So you'll find a deeper stretch through those hamstrings, through that hip. Staying here for a breath. Feel free to come out of this stretch if it feels too intense. And then bring the right foot back in between the hands. Tuck the toes on the left foot and walk the left to meet the right. Exhale, fold. On the next inhale, take your hands on either side of the feet. Send the right leg back. Bring that right knee down. Keep the left knee over the left ankle. Inhale, arms reach up. Low lunge on the left side. Take your entire awareness to the sensations in that left hip, in left hamstring. And allow yourself to experience them fully without judgment. Exhale, bring both hands down. Keep the right hand where it is and lift through the left arm up, coming into the twist. Exhale, bring the left hand down. This time, walk your left foot out to the left and bring that left hand in. Now you can either stay here or really sink in through that hip and open the chest. Staying here for a breath. Exhale, lift into the hip. Bring the left foot back between the hands and then walk the right foot to meet the left. Exhale to fold. Shake your head yes and no. Take your hands to the shins. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms reach up. Exhale, hand to heart. Bring your arms by your side. And this time we are going to fold vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. So letting the chin tuck into the chest, rounding through the shoulders, bending the knees, and slowly moving all the way down. Staying with all of these sensations. Don't go anywhere else. Once you reach all the way down, take your hands to the floor, send your legs back, and just come to sit down on your hips. So we're going to move into butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana. So take the soles of your feet to touch and find a nice long spine. And if that means you need a block or some padding under your hips, please take that. The soles of the feet are touching here. If the knees are all the way up like this, maybe some padding right under the knees. Inhale, find that long spine. And as you exhale, fold forward. Come down any amount. It does not matter how far down you come. All that matters is that you find a stretch, a pleasant feeling in through your hips here. So find your comfortable spot. Do what your body needs today. Close your eyes and find a few moments of mindfulness here. Staying with the sensations of your body. Staying with all the thoughts that come up. Staying with your breath. Becoming acutely aware of all that is now. And then slowly come up. Now we're going to take legs up the wall. So if you have a wall close by, take your right hip really close to the wall, so touching the wall. And then take the right leg and the left leg up. Bring yourself as close to the wall as possible and then slowly lie down. If you need something under your head, take that. If you need something under your lower back, please take that too, so that it feels supported. Take your arms out to the side. And just enjoy this place of relaxation and peace. Reversing the blood flow. Relaxing through the feet and through the legs. Feel free to open your legs out here if that feels good. And just breathing here for a few moments. The third obstacle to yoga, as mentioned by Patanjali, is sanshay or doubt. We are all too familiar with doubt and disbelief in ourselves, in our future, in our abilities. And what a hurdle that can be. And one of the ways to release doubt is to remain present, is to focus. Focus on the present moment, focusing on the present task, and focusing on our karma. Removing doubt, letting there be no space for sunshine. Feel free to change any position you're in. So if your legs were out wide, you can take them together. You can bend your knees here and hug them into your chest. Feel free to either stay here or come into a comfortable seated pose for the next few breaths. So if you're moving into a seated pose, hug the knees in. Turn to one side. Press into the hands. And then taking support from the wall, just coming to sit. Finding a few moments of meditation here. And just observing the breath in and out through the nose. The rising and falling of the chest. If you're still in the legs up the wall position, turn to one side and come to seated. Take a deep breath here. Take your hands to heart center. Thank yourself for coming to practice today, for showing yourself love. I'm going to chant one Om. Feel free to join in or just listen. Om. Namaste.